Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and it's Tuesday. That means it's Change Our Minds, and I got my bestie here, Jody.
Yo, what's good? Let's get it. Let's have some fun tonight.
Jody, it is 2021. We're in it. We got through 2020. This is my first real big live stream, especially with you, celebrating this new year, and I want to celebrate because
Made it.
Jody, tonight I was gonna be positive, do some other stuff, but you know what, Jody? I think the Snyder cult just lost. I think it's over, and you know what? I'm so sick of it. I want to talk about it. I want to celebrate with you. We're going to go into that. We're going to go into so much stuff because this Walter Hamada news that broke just before taping changes everything, Jody. And
I think they lost too, man.
I got a lot of thoughts. We're going to get into it. I'm also going to talk positive about Zack Snyder. He put out a picture today talking about an 1854 version of Wonder Woman. I am going to show him some love, too. It's not going to be all hate here, but I am going to go in on that cult today like crazy because, to me, I see this as a finale, potentially. So let's get all into it. So happy to see so many people in the chat. But, Jody, I got to start the new year positive before we get in all this hate about the cult and get just absorbed with that nonsense, which who cares about them in the reality. I got to give some love to a fan out there that I know is watching right now, and you would know what I'm about to do, but I've been inspired by you, your wall, all the people who give and donate to you.
The wall.
The wall. I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate my biggest supporters, and I got to call out my first biggest supporter. There's one guy watching who donates like crazy the most often above any other investor I got. He is dropping it every chance he gets. And I see you, and I got to show you some love before we even start. I'm talking to Marcus. Are you watching, Marcus? Throw some planets out there for Marcus out there because Marcus is such an awesome dude, such an amazing friend, fan that we talk all the time. And Marcus sent me this amazing, I'm wearing it. I don't know if you noticed. He sent me this Cheers care package. And it's what's amazing is he sent this care package with all that as my chair just broke, all this amazing Cheers stuff from Boston where he works. I'm gonna put a girly drink in it so you know I chilled this. This is like he sent me a set of these Cheers mugs. So
That's
I got so like the show, and so I got these awesome like beer mugs. He sent me all this amazing stuff like Cheers beer nuts, this Cheers the bar thing. I was geeking out on all this stuff. There's bottle openers and
check you out, Marcus.
All this amazing stuff. All this amazing stuff he sent out. And then he sent me this amazing bobblehead. And so I opened up the bobblehead. It's a Sam Malone bobblehead from Cheers, right? Yeah, well, Sam is great, but there's a better Cheers person I know.
Who's that?
That's Marcus. There he is! Look at that. Marcus is my favorite Cheers person ever. And he is going on the wall, Jody. He has donated over, I don't know if he wants me to say this, but he has gone over $1,000 donating to this channel in cumulative little over it. I couldn't do all the math, but I knew it was over 1,000. Marcus, love you. You have supported this channel like crazy. You are now officially on the wall behind me. I felt this was the funnest way to do it since you sent me over there. I got to show you some love. As much as I love Sam, I love Marcus even more. So Marcus, I hope you're watching. I saw you earlier in there. He'll be surprised later. But Marcus, I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Let's officially do this, shall we, Jody?
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Sometimes you want to go
where everybody knows your name. Dun, dun. Always glad you came. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, man, something's already happening. Woo! How do I choose these up?
Jody is 2021.
There he is.
Let's have a great show tonight.
Yes, Marcus! We love you, man. Thank you. And I'm using
that's him?
That's him, of course. And how's he celebrate by sending over another $50 to you, Marcus? You have earned that place. You, sir, are such an amazing supporter and investor in this. If I can use it's the. Let's crack open this. Put it in. In the frosty
Marcos.
Cheers mug.
That's really nice, man. What you do for him?
Yeah, I'm gonna get drunk for you tonight. We're gonna go 2021 in style, man. So cheers to you, Jody.
Of holding it down, Marcos.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of people didn't want to.
Yeah, I remember being in streams where me and Andy were going at it for maybe 2 hours straight, and like not one real donation hit. You might get a 2, but then Marcos would be like, "Nah, freak this." Bah! You drop 50.
That's how it's done.
Drop 100, and you always remember
shows
those
love.
Hits. It's those streams where things aren't really hitting, and then someone says, "All right, la," and it's like, "Ha!" Shock factor. And Marcos, you had a lot of that in 2020. So, shout out to you for supporting Andy. You got a lot of love, bro, and I'm grateful for it, man. Thank you. congratulations, bro.
Thank you, Jody. Yeah, Marcus, tonight's for you.
Yeah.
So enjoy it. There you are. You're back there. So you've earned your place. And I'm going to start rewarding other members. And if somebody drops, it's at $500, right? If somebody drops a $500 or $1,000, they automatically get on your wall, right? That's how that works?
Yes, 500.
So I'm going to carry over Jody's rules. If somebody drops 500 or 1,000 on a show, boom, I will figure out a way to mark one of those toys back there with your name on it. We'll tattoo my toys, Jody, is how we'll do it. You'll earn something fitting to make sure you're back there clearly. And and people maybe will learn multiple toys. Who knows? But let's make this toys behind me mean something even more. So Marcus, you're the first one on there. So happy to do that for you. Thank you for everything you've done. All right, Jody. Now that we started with some love, 2020, we're starting with positivity because everyone's going to say we're hating tonight.
Yes.
But no, that's not what it's about. It's not about the hate. It's about being honest. And we've been honest about this since day one, I think is the reality. Because this is the end. This is the 2021. To me, I hope this is the end of the story here, right? Of us let's all move on. Let's all get this over with. But let's go through this, Jody, because in March, when this cut releases, sounds like based on what the moves that Warner Media, not Warner Brothers, what Warner Media is doing, Snyder, Ray Fisher, this cult, it's going to be over, Jody. I mean, the writing seems to be on the wall. I'm gonna pull up the latest information here.
I'm trying not to smile, but this is happy. I'm happy about that.
I mean, it's crazy. So I got some articles here. If we got to break down, let's start here, shall we?
That's a whole lot of fighting for nothing,
right? I mean, what the hell? So let's start here. I did a video earlier, so you probably got a lot of this, but let's get through bit by bit.
Yeah, let's go bit by bit. Yeah, let's go
because I think it's important that we do this. So it started. I think here we go. So I have, more recently, Ray Fisher. We know the Ray Fisher drama. I'm not going to keep going into the Ray Fisher drama, but Ye Fisher out there, made it clear after before I even get there, Jody. Let's talk about this. Warner Media did his investigation, right? He was pushing.
One he wanted. The Warner Brothers did one initially, right?
Correct.
He didn't want that one. He wanted Warner Media, and Warner Media obliged him.
Facts. With a third-party investigation done properly through Warner Media. So no more like, oh, they did it. They did it. Warner Media, who he kept making sure did it through his third-party investigators, they did it.
Yes.
That happened, right? No one can argue with that. That happened, right, Jody? Okay. So that happened. And then clearly it seemed like Ray wasn't getting the results he was hoping he was getting, right? And the reality of that is like the legal HR, whoever's involved in Warner Media, clearly gathered all the intel that Ray delivered, and they decided to just quietly do remedial action. Joss Whedon moves on. They don't officially fire him, no matter what Ray wants to say it. They did not fire him for whatever reason. Clearly, the evidence and everything there, Jody, I'm left to assume, wasn't strong enough to do the scorched earth that Ray was insisting on. That's the reality that's happening, right? So we're on the same page.
Logic says yes.
So I don't know. There's still a lot of people in the Snyder cult, and I define the cult as that minority group of psychopaths.
And they're really loud.
I'm no longer afraid of them because they are just the bottom of the barrel idiots who don't care about any facts or anything
Did you
except.
hear that? I'm not afraid anymore.
Afraid. There was a phase where I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna? But oh my god, to be freeing and let go of like these people are like out there calling me abuser, assaulter, and I'm just laughing it off and blocking, mute, and being like, cool, have fun. Yep, that's all you got because you got nothing. You got nothing but lies. It doesn't faze me anymore. It truly doesn't. I'm so proud to say that. But just so we sum it all up.
There's a point though where the public was like, I don't know, maybe is he telling the truth? Let's see what's going on. He actually had the public actually interested in seeing what he had to say. Yeah, and it's crumbled down to this point, so that's important.
It's important. We were open. We when we reported the story, we're like, oh my god, this must be massive. I can't wait to hear what happened and like support it. But no,
I was always
pivot to a barber. Pivoted to
this sounds cool, but this timing.
Remember, Jody? Remember when the first intel that started coming out of Ray's mouth was that his barber didn't get credit? That's where it all.
What's up with that barber? Oh, but NDA.
No, hasn't brought the barber back up again. Just
the barber go.
But man, that barber! Oh my God, what a sham that barber! What the hell?
Then it turned into Jeff Johns, and then once
Bird.
Toby Emmerich got promoted, Toby, him too. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, Toby, and then a guy who had nothing to do with anything. He came after he was hired afterwards, and you know what? That Walter Hamada. he's the most dangerous kind of enabler. I mean, this is pathetic, bro. You look at the black race, you making us look bad out here, bro. She's in the height of BLM too. Sully in the movement. God dang, yay, Fisher Smollett.
Jesus. So, yes, thank you, Jody, for that recap. I think that was accurate. So all that happens, yada, yada, finally gets his investigation, and then it seems clear nothing's happening. So what does Ray do? Ray puts out this. He will no longer work with DC Film president Walter Hamada. He's the most dangerous kind of enabler. He won't make any more. As long as Walter Hamada is the most dangerous kind of enabler, his lies and WB's PR failed September 4th hit piece sought to undermine the very real issues of the Justice League investigation. I will not participate in any productions associated with him. Yeah, so they did that just as New York Times is doing a profile on Hamada. And Jody, what just happened today? What just happened an hour ago? Walter Hamada re-ups deal as DC Films president. Exclusive. Jeez, Walter Hamada signs a multi-year deal extension to remain president of DC Films. Insiders tell Variety this will go through 2023. An individual familiar with talks noted. Studios announcing the deal imminently. Hamada will continue to report to Warner Brothers chief Toby Emmerich. The label is responsible for bringing all the DC's superheroes canon to screen, streaming, etc., including Wonder Woman 84. I mean, and then they even make a point as they bring out the fact that his division was thrust in the spotlight last summer after Justice League. Ray Fisher accused the film's director of unspecified misconduct. Jody, that's the most important thing here, because this whole thing has been about this, which is unspecified misconduct.
Yeah.
And that's why it triggers me, because, dude, telling us what actually happens is important. Otherwise, you're condemning potentially someone who just was a jerk. How? Why is it scorched earth on Joss Whedon? Okay, he was a jerk. He was bashing Zack Snyder. I believe it.
But, yes.
But that doesn't warrant canceling the man. It doesn't.
No, it does not.
Even Gal Gadot has been out there admitting, I had an issue with him. I resolved it with them. I went up and it was handled.
She handled it like a man.
Like a pro. Like a Wonder Woman.
A Wonder Woman. That's crazy.
And Jody, they're like, oh, yeah, but Jason Momoa, Jason Momoa didn't admit anything. Jason Momoa was like, yeah, I support Ray. There was some bad stuff.
That was kind of weird, though. That's still out there, though, with Jason Momoa. He still hasn't said anything, and I've still got my eyes on him, too, the way he came out like that and just didn't.
You think he's going to tank Aquaman 2 and put that out there? I don't think he's going to rock the boat any further.
So. No. I think his lips are tight now. It's over.
I think someone's going to talk to him and say, dude, Ray is over.
I think somebody already did.
I got an exclusive. I did verify an exclusive. Stay tuned. But I think they're going to say, dude, Ray's done. Ray's done. Jason, I know you want to support your friend, but move on. It's over.
Yeah.
They did it. There's nothing else he can do. And we got to move forward. That's the reality here. But anyway, unspecified misconduct is what it's always been about, which just irritates the hell out of me. So many blind Snyder cultists just.
Straight cold.
Yeah, no, we got to believe Ray. I mean.
Porg life.
I just, Jody. I want to get it all out today so we can move on, right? But it's like, it bothers me to no end that these people have just blindly followed him. Like, he's lied. He's been vague. He's said it was hearsay. He's admitted it.
Lie?
What
hearsay?
He spoke to Forbes. They had to remove pieces of the article. They fired the writer he spoke to.
That article was right. The writer shouldn't have fired him. They were right. They're just trying to silence the movement.
Every step of the way, Jody, they find an excuse. And I asked, I'm not going to call him out on blast. I called somebody out who's like, Hamada's next. Yeah, burn them all. I'm not going to say who, just to be nice. But he's out there always promoting DC stuff. And I wrote him like, haha, looks like he's going out, huh? And the excuse is, well, yes. See how before Toby was demoted? And I'm like, you mean Toby who's still there? Like I just, there's always an excuse for everything. It's always in this weird clouded thing of like, and I do believe there was some legitimate stuff. I do believe Warner Media thought, hey, you know what? Let's greenlight this thing. We need projects, so why not? There's a big fan base, but I think the fan base shot themselves in the foot because they're a toxic dumpster fire, and they made it miserable for the regular Zack Snyder fans, as well as just countless DC fans who were like, "Oh my God, shut up already! It's just a movie. It's just a movie." And they don't treat it like that. They treat it like a religion, and that's where it gets scary.
Real quick, there's an amazing video. Chat moderators of Popcorn Planet, JC, if you guys can find that video that Jim Lee did at a con where he was doing some drawing and someone asked him about Snyder Cut, he proceeded to talk about how the fandom is so divided and that one fandom is a reason why things are so divided. He didn't say Snyder cult, but we know he's talking about Snyder Cult. It would be awesome if we were able to watch that. If you could DM Andy the link to it, or me, or something like that, we could add that to this whole entire discussion, because it's really profound. Jim Lee saw it on the writing on the wall. And what I mean is, a lot of YouTube channels also have been promoting Snyder Cut like DC didn't matter. I need you guys, there's Snyder fans and then there's DC fans. These people that are promoting this and people who are in the cult are not DC fans, they're Zack Snyder fans. So if they made their YouTube channels for the last 2-3 years, some of them, based on a Justice League movie from 2017, now that the Snyder Cut is going to come out and it's going to get released, and then we're going to move on, their channels don't mean anything because they don't have any DC cred. So no one's going to come and check to the Snyder channel to see what they think about the next Wonder Woman or Batman or Superman movie. They're going to know you guys are Snyder bots. I don't want to hear from you. So a lot of that is on stake as well, which is why I think that they don't want this to end.
No, well said. And it's like it's insane. It's insane. They have no. I mean, like I actually here. I'll let's go. They're so like literally. Look at this. Already. They're already this like. Here, isn't it the sexual predator about to like this is the crew. They're in there like crazy, just not like try. And I'm just trying to block as many as I can. I've blocked a lot of them, but it's like that's what they resort to, Jody. They like go straight to you're a sexual predator. You should be in jail for molesting children.
Some of the stuff that I saw them hit you with, bro.
Yeah, it's like, well, geez. And in fact, I have one. I'll get there. I'll get there.
By the way, when you get a chance, the link to that video is in the chat.
Oh, is it? Okay, good. And we'll get there. But it's like this is who we're up against. It's like they're not all there. Okay, so who sent it to me in the chat?
Shogun Assassin. It's in the live chat.
Okay, there it is. Got it. All right. Do you want to go to that now?
Yeah, that'd be great, bro, because it's profound. It's months ago, and it's Jim Lee, a guy who doesn't want to be in any drama, who knows that it's all about creative, but he mentions the divide between the fandoms. And that divide only came once the Snyder Cut was announced.
Okay, I got the link here. Is it at time? Do we know what time it's at, Shogun?
It's only 2 minutes, but
okay, here it is.
You could,
something went wrong. It's not working.
It's about a 2-minute video. Well, I'll click the link and pull it right up.
Hold on.
Maybe it's the HBB. Yeah, so Jim Lee's he's an artist. He's an illustrator. He's not a studio executive. And here he is at this, I don't know what it was, a con, some fan event where he's doing these drawings, and someone from the audience took a question and asked him, what are your thoughts on the Snyder Cut and movie coming out or whatever? And this was right before they announced the Snyder Cut was coming to HBO Max. So Jim Lee knew that it was coming. And that's what he had to say.
Yes, sir. My name's Aaron. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota. My question is quick and simple. Should we see the Snyder Cut?
So, if I say the word Snyder Cut, that the clickbait headline is Jim Lee talks about the Snyder Cut. And then, in the
I'm
comments...
not looking for hits. I'm just looking for an honest opinion created directly.
I'm not saying you would do this, sir. You look like a fine, upstanding gentleman. I'm just talking about the internet.
The cult.
And then the questions will be, how did he say the word Snyder Cut? Did he say it in a positive way, or did he say it in a negative way? How much was it Snyder Cut, hopeful, or Snyder Cut, downplayed? Right? I don't know. So it's a really tough question to answer. But I will say...
Clearly, just so we're clear, because it wasn't happening in February of 2020, Jody. Clearly, it wasn't decided then, even then.
The only thing I'll say about this is that I think sometimes there's a movement to sort of segregate the audience. And,
a movement to segregate the audience. You get that?
Dismiss a group and say they're not the fans, right? They're the people that like this, or they only like that. And I think that's something we need to resist. Honestly, we need every comic book fan that's out there. And whether you want the Snyder Cut or not, you're a DC fan, and I want you to be a DC fan. So that said, we have, we've been working on this slate. We have an amazing Batman movie. Suicide Squad is just killer. And Black Adam
there's a movement.
Wonder Woman 84, which is
right. Why not say if it was really in the works, Jody, at that point he would have sort of teased it or something. You never know, right?
Well, he had to play silent, but he said there's a movement out there that's dividing the fandom. What other movement in DC is there that's out there dividing fandoms? Not regular DC fans. We just want good DC movies.
Right.
It was only one movement, and there still is only one movement within DC, and it was the goddamn Snyder Cult movement. That's what Jim Lee is talking about. He says we need to resist that. We need to resist the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cult toxic bullshit. That's what Jim Lee right there is saying it. So that's February, and then once it hit in June that it's coming. Oh, AT&T, them idiots, they just put fuel on the fire in their engines and just had them going rampant to the point where me and Andy talk about these topics and they're hot because we got a lot of heat and hate from it. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not like me and Andy to be able to get in front of a camera and publicly speak out against Snyder's cut of Justice League, the toxic fandom, right? Some DC fans, they get standoff, they run away, they get attacked on social media for saying that they like a certain, no, yo, Snyder, you stupid idiot hater. Oh, okay. So they run and they hide in silence and they push fans away. Half of them are not DC fans. And that's what Jim Lee was saying here back in February. It's crazy.
Yeah, and just to clarify, because I saw somebody, Shogun already muted Shola for the comment. Stop crying. It's happening. Move on for F's sake. It's getting embarrassing. You clearly aren't paying attention. I'm not crying that Snyder Cut's happening. That's not what we're doing at all. It's so frustrating that that's always the reaction when we're just.
Yeah.
This has been a year-long attacks and just crazy talk and by psychos. I'm going to say it for what they are. That's not all Zack Snyder fans. That's not all DC fans. I'm talking about the specific group of the cult that are psychos. And look, there are psychos in Star Wars. There are psychos in other. I'm not denying it, but the ones in Zack Snyder's cult are just the most vocal right now. Ugh. And it's worth talking about because it's an example of it didn't work. Yes, you got your movie. Yes, okay, HBO Max greenlighted the movie. Great. That's a win, I guess. But I think you ultimately could have gotten more had you been like normal and like nice and supportive. It just would have created decent. It's like there's a reason why Warner Brothers didn't want to do this movie because they didn't like the fans and the extreme fans and sort of.
Let's be honest, they didn't like the movie. They didn't like.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that I don't think they liked his vision. I think a lot, and the reality is, Jody, I'm not trying to pile on. It was not commercially successful. It wasn't.
They were not.
For those types of characters, the amount of money it made were not good enough. Like it needed to do 10 times better.
Both ends, though, Andy. Commercially successful nor critically acclaimed these movies. They weren't.
Like there were some interesting parts, and as I've settled with them, I've sort of just settled with it in a way of just like, all right, it's a different take. But man, these are the best characters. These are the best superheroes
there are. It's not good enough
for
Superman and Batman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, Flash. Like these are legit.
All right.
And it's insane that they couldn't crack it. So they gave all the power to Zack. They let him do it. He had his way. And then when they had a chance to take it over, they did. I don't like what they did in that tragedy. I agree. At least let him finish it out. So look, he's getting his cut. I don't have hate to Zack Snyder. I do think he's engulfed his flame and fanned the flame a bit more than he should have. And I think that's a mistake. I hope he sees someday. But aside from that, this is what we're talking about. Just calling out this fandom and just saying this was not the way. So anyway, I'm glad you put that out. So it's just this. Why? So Ray's done. So let me reveal my exclusive. Somebody needs to make me exclusive. So I've confirmed with my contact who gave me full permission to say Ray is done. 100% done, written out of The Flash. There's been rumors, there have been talk, even Grace is she's correct. I can confirm straight from a source that I trust very much, Ray Fisher is out. No chance coming back. They are done with him. I'm told they aren't going to recast him in Flash. That would just be they're just going to write the character out of the movie. There's another way they're going to figure it out, but they're feverishly figuring it out now that Ray's done it. He'll be in Snyder Cut. That'll be the end. They're moving on. It's over. So Ray's out. Ray's done. It's a done deal. We know. I mean, the writing was pretty much on the wall for that. I think we all sort of knew, but I can confirm Warner Media is donezo with him, and the small moves they had on potentially that were going to happen, which was that Flash cameo, etc. They're done. It's not happening. So that's on Ray, man. That's Ray could have continued to be a part of this. He could have figured a way to still get his accountability and still been in these movies and still not divided the fan base. But apparently, we'll never know what happened. But it was so big that it was worth scorching earth his career. Dividing the fans. I'll never get it, man. Nothing I've heard or seen warrants what he did. It's absurd. Go ahead, Jody.
Still to this day, nothing, not a single specific detail. The only thing that we got as far as details were what he heard from someone else. someone came to me and told me that in the editing room he was changing the color of certain colored characters. I mean, what? Anyway, hey, this makes it. This is funny because you're saying with your exclusive that Ye Fisher's done, but Ye Fisher went to Twitter and everywhere. I'm done. You can't fire me. I quit. That's what this seems like to me.
Yes.
Yay. I don't think you quit. I think that Hamada pulls you in a room, sat you down. He's like, hey, well, so you finally came to your senses, huh? A over E, huh? All right. So what's my next movie? There are no more movies, Yay. We are not going to be exercising the clauses in your contract. You are done here with DC. Goodbye. Ye Fisher Smollett. Okay. He went straight on that phone. Well, I am not coming back to DC as long as the worst kind of enabler, Walter Hamada, is working there. Bro, this is writing it on the wall, bro. You're trying to make it look like you left them when they left you.
And I'm glad you said that because he's left it here, right? Over 80 people were interviewed for Warner Media's Justice League investigation. But thank you for pinning this so you can remind us all. A fair, thorough, and protected process for witnesses was the first and most important step. Ensuring that action is taken is the next. Thank you to all who lent their voice. What he just did here in December 12th is acknowledged and clearly said, well, they have it all. They have the information. I made sure they finally had it. And what did Warner Media do with it? Nothing. They did nothing. And they fired Ray Fisher.
They fired you.
I mean, Jody, what else do these people need to know that Ray clearly doesn't have a case here? Like, there's a certain point where we have to remember people are innocent until proven guilty. Emotions and anger aren't allowed to scorch earth cancel people. It just doesn't work that way. You can dislike Whedon all you want because he shat talk on Zack Snyder. I believe it. But
I believe it too.
A lot of people have. We don't get to cancel people who dislike you. Yeah. Imagine, Jody, just scorching earth everybody who's ever hated you. Yeah.
There'll be no films.
Film gob can never work again, Jody. Like, I don't like the guy either, but Jesus, I don't wish that on anybody. Like, everybody gets a chance to work. You just
Everybody
choose.
needs a ball sucker down there.
Yeah. You choose to ignore them, right?
Dry nuts. I need people to lick my nuts every now and then. And we got the nut lickers out here, man. I need them. I need the haters, bro. They give me life.
Larry Bird can have a channel. I don't give a shit.
Go ahead,
I'm not going to watch it.
Neither am I.
But I'm never going to say he shouldn't.
Video from that trash channel.
I'm never saying he shouldn't have a channel, which is what Ray's doing based off of what? An investigation that proved nothing. So now Warner Media is shady. Watch, it'll happen. Warner Media is awful. Now that everyone's getting pushed, when the cut comes out, oh yay, Warner HBO, everyone's going to cancel. And this is, again, you're give a mouse a cookie. Pleasing that fan base was a mistake by AT&T's part. They're going to regret it. All those fans they thought they got will all jump ship. It was for nothing. It was for nothing. Zack Snyder got his project done, so I guess that's for something. But it's insane to me. So, but just to, so I know we want to get out. I'm just trying to get out, letting all the Ray Fisher out.
We got to get everything out.
We got to get it out. But I want to focus on this issue of DCEU. Like, Ray's done, right? All right, so bye, Ray.
Yeah, he's out.
Bye.
He's
I know
out.
you're watching.
He's
See you,
out.
Ray. Have fun.
Right.
Good luck with that
Deuces, homie.
limited ABC series where you're supporting cast and the
Survivors,
woke show you're doing about the history of women.
CW
Cool.
shit, yeah.
Enjoy that one, man. Have fun with it. I'm sure that's going to be such a big step above Cyborg in a huge.
But a lot
Justice
of views.
League
A lot of people are
franchise.
going to tune into that.
Yeah. Woo! Enjoy, man. You're on the uptick. But anyway, Jody. He shouldn't have hated on us, Jody. That's the reality.
He shouldn't have lied on me.
Shouldn't have lied on it.
Hated and lied.
Hated and
So,
lied.
yeah.
Spread lies. So here's what's interesting, right? So here we had this case that this is what swayed Ray to never work with Walter. But I want to get to that thing you've pulled out. You've mentioned this a few times. Hold on, where is it? The cul-de-sac. Oh, here it is. Show the full article.
Cul-de-sac, which is bigger than Ye Fisher. This
Yes.
is bigger. This is about the whole thing.
So anyway, here we go. It's a complicated matter. HBO gave Mr. Snyder more than $70 million to recut Justice League and expand with new footage. Mr. Snyder and Warner Brothers had clashed over his original vision. Yep. which the studio deemed overly grim, resulting in reshoots handled by a different director. Zack Snyder's Justice League, now 4 volumes, will arrive in segments on HBO Max. Again, just to confirm, Jody, Warner Brothers didn't want the Snyder cut. That's what I posted out there, and that's what the cult constantly tries to sway it. Like, the cut didn't exist. Never said the cut didn't exist. I said Warner Brothers didn't want it. And I don't understand why the cult doesn't hate Warner Brothers. Like, hate Warner Brothers all you want. They were not a fan of Zack Snyder. Great. Yeah. Aim your hate there. But they'll hate anyone who's the messenger, right? Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, at least for now, Mr. Snyder is not part of the new DC film blueprint, with studio executives describing his HBO Max project as a storytelling cul-de-sac, a street that leads nowhere.
That told me everything.
Ouch.
That told me everything. That's
ouch.
Rest in peace.
Now,
done. Finito.
I didn't report and jump. I know you did. I think you mentioned this, but it's like I didn't jump on the story because I thought, all right.
No, I mentioned it on your channel. I don't cover this no more.
I was like, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens from this. But knowing that was quoted, and now knowing that Hamada is now re-upped, I mean, the writing is on the wall, people. That the DCEU is dead, Jody. I mean, how do you see this any other way? He hasn't corrected this. He hasn't said the article's wrong. The article got a bunch of crazy shit because they were like saying that Affleck's out and Keaton's the new Batman. Then he had to correct himself because he clearly didn't know what he was talking about. But man, I mean, that line is so telling. Aside from Ray is done, it sounds like Zack Snyder is done. I mean, have you noticed this, Jody? Zack Snyder has been out there. Like, he's even said it like, well, I have no other plans to be in the DC. Recently, he's been starting. I have no plans to be in the DC. There's no Justice League 2. I'm going to find the article. It all feels like it's part of him reading the writing on the wall, knowing that it's over and this is it. And he's not going to try. Here it was. Justice League 2 is not happening yet. Zack Snyder has no future DCEU plans. There was because he mentioned us comic book. He's going on these fan channels to sort of try and help. Look, I never thought I'd be here doing this. I didn't think I'd be finishing Justice League. The truth is, and it's been widely reported, and I have no issue. This is an old movie. This is a years-old movie I'm working on. The DC universe has gone and branched off and done its own thing, and that's fine. As far as what I did, and as far as what my vision for what I wanted to do with these characters in the journey, I wanted to get them to go on. It's well known that I planned on more movies, 5 movies or something, but I'm busy. I've got a lot going on. Is it cool that the fans have so much faith in the trajectory? Yes, it's amazing. And I couldn't be happier, and I'm excited for them to see Justice League so they can really drink the entire elixir of Justice League. But would I continue? I have no plan to. But like I said, I didn't think I'd be here, so who knows? So he's keeping it open-ended, but look,
keeping it open.
He's clearly like making it clear, like, yep, I'm not begging for it. I'm done. Even though he clearly, I'm sure, would want to, right, Jody? Why wouldn't he?
He is fixated on coming back to DC. That's all he wants in life.
Right. So you think this is all him just saving face, trying to seem like
he's the same thing A. Fisher did. I quit. I'm never gonna work with y'all again. This is Snyder's version of saying, I'm busy. I got other things brewing. This is all I got. These are older movies. I just want my vision. That's exactly what this Cap, saving face, and that. I agree with that cul-de-sac line. That's everything. That means your stories are going nowhere. They don't connect to anything. And that's something that I've been saying for a long time, because a film is coming that is going to narratively do this. The executives are saying it. I've been saying it. We've been saying it. It's one thing to say, this ain't, but it's another thing to actually put that narrative within film. And ladies and gentlemen, that film is 2022's Flashpoint. They are about to completely wipe that whole entire Snyderverse into a whole nother universe so they can move forward with DC. I've always said that, and it looks like that's going to be the film that changes everything, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, no, you're right, and they're rewriting it all, they're doing it all, and Cyborg had a part because Cyborg was going to be one of the bridges in the beginning, sort of before he moves on. Batman and Cyborg were going to be there sort of to touch from the Snyderverse into what's going to become the new multiverse. And it's sad Cyborg couldn't have just shut up, and do what he needed to do.
What do you expect, though, when you talk so much and you just claim and you point the finger at so many executives? Like, these ain't actors and these are producers and executives you point at. What did you expect?
Accountability, man. It's greater than entertainment. Who cares what happens?
That's what I'm telling you. He was and I stand by that even firmer to this day. That man was utilizing the Black Lives Matter movement because for the first time since the Civil Rights movement, white people and people in positions of power were listening to what black people had to say. And that's the exact time he came out talking about this bullshit. I know exactly what you was doing, Ye. Can't pull the wool over my eyes, bruh. You failed, and you deserve to fail.
Well said. And facts. I want to get to some comments here. Thank you, Michael Caratu, earlier. Sorry, I meant to mention Marcos, number 1. And then he sent over a question. Do you think Patty will do Wonder Woman 3? I mean, she's already signed to do Wonder Woman 3, so I don't see why she wouldn't.
It's not going to be for a long time, but she's going to come back and do it.
Yeah, I think she needs to, because Wonder Woman 84 just wasn't as good as people wanted it to be. Jody has admitted it. He liked it, but he's been harsh on the movie. We're going to talk about it a little bit. We have a Wonder Woman topic we're going to get to. Zack Snyder's picture he put there. We'll talk Wonder Woman again, but we're not going to keep hounding it. Jody liked parts. He didn't like other parts. I didn't like it. It is what it is. But I think that alone proves like Patty's got something to prove. She's going to want to come back and really hit that out with a bang. So we'll see, Michael, and thank you for that. And to Jeff Harris, thank you for that donation earlier. Goodbye to Cryborg. Hope you guys are well. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then we just got one in from Wancho. Let's keep it 100. Ye Fisher fired himself. Little brother got himself a big head. Tries to own Borg life, but wouldn't say booyah. Started drama and screwed himself out of that sweet franchise cash. Well said. I agree. Look,
he did. That's so stupid. Wancho, that's so dumb what he did. Like, it makes me question, did you have brothers around you? I ain't talking about your blood brothers, but did you have real motherfuckers around you to be like, yo, bro?
Do you mean that as like brothers, as in like actual brothers, or like black guys?
Like black people. Did you have hustlers?
Sorry, I had to be a white person and ask that.
Yeah. Did you have black people who tell you, hey, bro, get the bag. What you doing? Why you coming at all these people, bro? Hey, find your lane. Get that bag. You got mouths to feed. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make it for all of us. Nah, he was like, I'm like, bro, that's why I question your roots. But Jeff Harris also gave me that $10 in the Cash App too.
Bravo.
He says, goodbye, Cryborg. Hope you guys are well. Well now. And look, Ashley gave me 50.
Ba, 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 ba. You know what it is, Jody, tonight? I'm realizing I got my stimulus check. Woo, woo, woo. So everybody out there, some of them are raining down. They're like, hey, I got paid. So hey, those of you who are sharing it over, we appreciate Cash App, Jody's Corner, Cash App, Andy Signor. You know how to do it. Show some love if you got it to spare. Some of us now finally have some to spare. So I appreciate it. Bum, 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 bum.
Jody's Angels.
Jody's Angels for the win. She's always showing you love. I love it.
Yeah, all the love coming through. Tight. Let's go, Ashley. You didn't have to. Sweet.
Yeah, always nice when they do that.
And she works in the medical field.
Yeah,
Ashley's a hero.
For real. Love you, Ashley. Thank you.
Yes.
She was great on the last week. We had a throwdown with that guy. Was anyway. Won't we live on that?
Hey, he was doing his thing. I forgot his name, but he did his thing.
You were siding. I heard you like, yeah, Team Uchi.
Yeah, he was like Optimus Prime and
dude, I like
Transformers Dark Moon.
I like him. I like his passion. He was interrupting a little too much. That was the only problem.
It's hard when it's a 4-on-1. You got so many people coming at you. You got to keep speaking, or else you.
No, I tried, but thank you, actually, everybody who was dealing with it. That was a passionate show.
It was good.
I was like, Jody, come on. You're like,
heck no,
I'm not touching this one. Anyway,
running that.
Anyway, thank you, everybody, Ashley, for supporting us. You guys are the best. Keep it coming. But what I was going to get to was I didn't make sure I got to the initial ones. Thank you, Wancho, everybody. What I was going to say was, look, you were going there, but and I got your comment, Antonio. I'll get to you in a second. But why did he do this? And you're right, brothers, black, white, whatever, just people who could talk straight to him. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you need that scratch. Like, you don't want to end on this note. If something went down, then go do it through the proper channels. Calling it, look, I don't like when people are wronged or abused. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I support it. If someone's a jackass and they're doing something improper, they deserve to be called out. Accountability is true and crucial. But Ray got cocky, man, and it's hard to tell if the emotions got involved or what it was that, look, you can't ask that to me, like, that is an abuse of power what he did, right? Because he's like using his fan base to just follow his way. He's using his celebritydom and sort of the movement and everything to be like, yo, you guys better listen to me because I was wronged. And the reality is, like, facts and information are important because I don't know Joss Whedon. I'm not here defending him. I got to defend a person because people are innocent until proven guilty. Like, that's the reality of the world, and we have to be better and not just be mobs of people saying, you're a... Like, that's the problem with our world right now. And I'm not going to, especially an angry, bitter cult of a fan base, they're definitely not going to be the ones I listen to. I don't care if some people in the fan base gave to charity, whatever dumb things they want to try to justify, like, that have nothing to do with the issue. That's a great thing they did, but that has nothing to do with the fact that there are toxic bullies who don't deserve to be there. And a lot of the Snyder fans play the middle and, like, yeah, they'll laugh and like the cult and the toxicity, but not call it out. And to me, it's like, whatever. People can do what they want to do, but I'm done. That is a cult. They are the worst. They reap what they sow. It's come back to pay you back. You thought you were gonna establish the multi. Was it the reestablish the Snyderverse? The Snyderverse was the pivot they were all trying to do. I told
you, and they got mad at me for calling it a Snyderverse movie. They got mad at me for calling it not the Snyder Cut movie, a Snyderverse, because he tried to make it again. That's what they want. They didn't want no Snyder Cut. They want the whole universe. You give the mouse the cookie, they want that whole glass of milk and the gallon, bruh. How is this for a timeline, Eddie? Here's some real shit. June 2020, Ye Fisher. I have been abused by Joss Whedon. He's terrible. July 2020. This conduct needs to be looked at. August 2020. This is Jeff Johns and John Berg, Alan Berg, and all of them bad. September. Warner Brothers responds, gives an investigation. October. Ye Fisher said, Warner Brothers aren't the ones. They're covering everything up. They're part of it. They're covering it up. All of them, even the new guy that they hired up there, Toby Emmerich, he's part of it too.
That's right. Let's not forget he also called out Toby, right?
October 2020. Warner Media comes down. Warner Media, I need them to do the investigation. Warner Media conducts the investigation. December 2020. Warner Media finds nothing wrong. January 2020, Walter Hamada, he's one of the worst enablers. Walter Hamada signs 3-year extension. Ye Fisher, fired. What does that look like to you? Is that not a boy who cried wolf? Never in my life have I seen someone accuse somebody of misconduct and gross negligent behavior. The investigation happens, and then those people don't get fired, but they fire the accuser. Mm-hmm. That's Warner Media saying, you son of a bitch. You utilized millions of dollars to make this investigation because you mad about scripts? Because you didn't want to say booyah? Well, booyah yourself about this motherfucker while you fired. That blows my mind. That really blows my mind. That's a timeline. That's the timeline of Ye. And all the while, they were trying to push the cult, pushing that Snyderverse movie and this movie, take over that. But it's all come crumbling down, bro. This is a huge win. Not just for me and Andy, because Andy, hold this W. I'm going to hold mine right here. But DC fans who want to move forward. They want to move forward and see what's next. And you can't go forward when you're living in a past of 2017 mistakes. It's just common sense. So this is a huge win for DC fans, me and Andy alike, and everybody who was against being bullied and ridiculed by that terrible cult. Now we can see what DC moves forward with. Flashpoint will narratively completely wipe the whole Snyderverse away and make it its own little Elseworld universe that they could go over there and celebrate all they want. But that DC is moving forward, and I couldn't be happy.
Facts. Well said. And I mean, yeah, clearly, I think the writing's on the wall. Zack knows it. He's clearly open. It's so clear he wants to continue, but he's like, yeah, well, I got nothing else to do. I'm busy, and good for him. Go do your Netflix stuff. Go. I'd like to see what else he can do. Like, let's not keep. He's worked on the DC projects for so long. Like, at a certain point, you think he'd want to tell some new stories again and go try some new stuff. And I'll watch what he does. I'm curious about Army of the Dead on Netflix. Like, I'll watch his stuff. I got no problem with him. I have some issues, but at the same time, I'll watch his films. So look, I hope this is it. I do actually. I'm glad someone at Warner is finally stepping up, and because look, a studio's not going to come out and just badmouth him. They're not going to badmouth Ray. They can't do that. These types of moves, that's how you do it. When you publicly put in the trades that Walter Hamada has now just signed a 3-year deal, that is a huge slap in the
there.
face to Ray. That is like, we're done. You're done, Ray. See ya. When Ray puts a press release out that I'm done with, let's be clear, Ray chose to do that, right? Ray chose to be the guy who's like, I'm done with Walter Mott. I will never work with him. Like yelling to, who cares, Ray? Like no one cares. Like the only people who care are the fan base you keep fueling and abusing your own power of your fans to sort of make them do and bet to your beck and call, to come at Jody ride, to do whatever the hell you want. You're just screaming into a void where it's like they don't care anymore. And they're the people that did the investigation. And you're still not happy. You're never going to be happy. It just proved this wasn't about justice. This was about revenge.
No.
You wanted blood, man. And that's why I'm proud of us standing our ground on this and, being right. And that, look, you've proven nothing. You pushed for something. You got nothing out of it. We were right. You've still not proven it, and I'm done with you, man. It is just an embarrassment what this was to fans, to real people who've been abused. I'm over it. I'm so over it. So Jody, look, I don't know. We've hit this enough. I think it's safe to say this is over. I see some people. Look, there's a lot of people trying to leave the negativity in the comments. Yeah, a lot of mods are going crazy. I told them to, because if you're here hating on us in the comments, why are you here?
There was somebody in there that was a Snyder supporter who actually agreed with what we were saying after all this is done. There's someone, I don't know his name, but he said, I'm a Snyderverse supporter, and looking at everything that Ye has done, I don't think that the Snyder movement ever cared about Ye Fisher. They just cared about celebrities pushing the movement. Mm-hmm. And he said the same thing goes for that charity. You know how they were using that charity at the highlight to get awareness. That's what he said in the comments. So
yeah, so look, I'm okay with people challenging us. Don't block everybody, but if they're being rude and just hating, I got no time for that energy in 2021. Enough. It's not about creating a safe space. It's just about I don't.
It sucks. They all up in here talking shit.
Yeah, it's just like you can let a couple of them talk some shit so we can make fun of it or respond. You don't have to block everybody. I know some of you are going trigger happy with the blocks, but I do enjoy seeing some of the idiocy in there. But look, if someone's saying awful stuff, of course, Mina. But let's hear these people out. I'm not trying to create a censored room. I just want a respectful room. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's different. That you can disagree and you can do it respectfully. If you're being disrespectfully, we don't got time for that. That's not what's helping.
How about some good news? Hey, check your Cash App, bro. Ashley said check your Cash App.
Oh, did she?
Yay,
sweet.
Ashley.
That's
where the Cash App.
Bam! I did get it. Thank you, Ashley. The Black Widow, baby. See,
Shot the Black Widow out here.
Thank you, Ashley. Very generous of you.
Motherfuckers.
I saw somebody's like, "How dare you guys? You guys are using the pandemic to make money." It's like, oh my god.
What?
You can never win. Yeah, we're working is what it's called, and people like to support us.
I just saw a lot.
I'm not making anybody do anything.
I just saw a YouTuber do a live stream. He had 40,000 people in his stream, and all you see is $5, $10 going by. He didn't even read them, bro. We're engaging. This is pretty good.
Like so.
Let us live.
I was going to say, because I saw somebody, thank you to this person, the troll in there, who's telling, Andy, 2021 will be the worst year you've ever lived, worse than 2017. And it's like, what's amazing, Jody, is maybe in a year ago, that would have irked me. It would have gotten to me in my insecurities. But I look at that now and I feel so bad for that guy.
You're sad.
I feel sad for that person. Like, really? That's what you're literally resorting to, going down to my darkest period in my life to try and dust up feelings because of a Zack Snyder movie? Dude, you are pathetic.
Knock Shadow said Ye just tweeted.
Oh, did he? But just to get on that, we'll get to it. But dude, all these people, it is just desperation and an embarrassment seeing these people just try to hate on us, and take our lowest things to try and justify it. It's unbelievable.
It's sad, bro. It really is.
I feel bad for these people. Do what you got to do, guys, but that hate will get you nowhere, and it's not phasing us anymore. Here we go. Okay, yep, here he is. You guys ready for this? Live reaction. It's weird how these reactionary announcements from Warner Brothers Pictures always forget to mention that Walter Hamada was working directly with Jeff Johns and Toby Emmerich on Shazam during Justice League reshoots. More soon. Walter knew. Oh my god. I love how he just teases it. He's just teasing it. What are you... Oh my god! Oh, I hate to say it, but it's no, I'm not gonna go there.
I do not. Hey, I'm gonna say this right now, man. I freak this shit. This ain't how we raised. I, of the black race, do not claim, condone Ye Fisher from him lying on people, snitching, dry snitching, tub snitching, Twitter snitching, Instagram snitching, putting down black people, using the Black Lives Matter movement to try to get attention. I don't think that we do not claim Gay Fisher Smollett, just like we don't claim Juicy Smollett and Oprah and Gail. You can have all of them. I'll trade all four of them. You take them in a package deal, Andy,
man.
and we'll take Quentin Tarantino. Take all four of them. Give us Quentin.
No, I'm good.
Quentin been trying to be black his whole life. Let's go ahead and make it official.
I mean, Joe, what?
Oh.
Like, what is he doing? I mean, this is so desperate and pathetic. So what? Who cares? Walter Hamada was friends with Jeff Johns and Toby Emmerich. He knew them. I don't care. What did Jeff Johns and Toby Emmerich do? You still haven't freaking told us. You dropped this like it's some like whistle blowing. Like, oh, wait a second, he knew. Like, I don't knew what.
Cyborg. They won't allow the Snyderverse movie to keep going.
Knew what? We don't care anymore. Like, and the fact that he keeps teasing his like stretching it out like this. It's like a Trumpian like tactic. Like, whatever you think of him as a president, like that's what Trump does, right? Like, makes a circus out of his Twitter and the media. And Ray's doing the exact same thing here. It's like, tell us facts. Tell us facts or shut up.
Just snitching. Just out here snitching to everybody that will hear him snitch. That shit crazy.
And you can tell he's mad, right? He's clearly out of the club. And he's gonna try and scorch earth it from the outside.
You're a regular citizen now. You're a North.
Exactly. Warner Media wants nothing to do with you, and they are gonna destroy you, dude. They don't give a shit, and they know your evidence. So look, what's so damning to me is like they know the evidence, and they're still choosing to push him away. That's so telling, Jody.
It tells you what the evidence doesn't amount to anything,
dude. If someone has the evidence, that's like, oh damn, what if he reveals this, or oh man, what about that time we had that gangbang and with all the extras? Oh no, Ray might like if you have that kind of know that he could tell on it, you don't push the guy away. You bring him in, right, Jody? You like figure out, all right, we got to solve this problem if there's something you're covering up.
Yes.
So the fact that they've heard it all and now they're pushing him out, and now Ray's desperate to be like, Walter knew what? Who cares? Oh my God! It's just maddening how stupid.
Announcements from Warner Brothers.
And this guy here is like always tweets out the word. Like it's all these sheep results. This is frustrating. Yeah, because there's nothing. Lying is well. Oh my God! These people are just
these fools be
desperate.
That fool's a Satan worshiper. You got the Illuminati.
Ray, spill some tea sooner or later. What the hell's? Yeah, even his own fans are starting like, all right, so what's going on? Are you still in the Flash movie? No, he's not. I mean, this is just sad. There you are, Serge.
Serge,
you got fired. Good to see you in there. You tell him, Ray. Keep spitting those facts. What facts? Oh shit! Here we go again. Like, look, there's a lot of people are over it. It's just God. This guy.
This fool's turned into. I think this is the first Black Karen. I think he may be the first Black Karen.
Can you imagine, Jody? Can you imagine? Wait. Let's talk about this. You just lost your whole franchise, right? And the studio that you finally like granted all your evidence to, all your witnesses, everybody who you've sort of like finally you have your case, right? And you're finally like, yes, God, I'm gonna finally get some justice. Let's do this. And you do all that, and they decide to let you go. So you let go, you lose it all, and then you're sitting there stewing like, oh, damn, they just promoted Hamada. I guess they're not going to fire him. I guess I'm out of D.C. What do I have left in my quiver?
The cult.
Walter knew. That's your play here? Like, this is pathetic.
God dang.
The first Black
ladies
Karen.
And gentlemen, you just seen the first Black Karen be born. Jeez, you thought it wasn't possible. But dang, if he ain't one. This is all of the descriptions of a Karen. Everything, top to bottom. Only thing that don't match up is his gender and skin. Well, we're willing to make an exception in 2020. Bruh, you a Black Karen. Yay, Fisher.
What does working with Shazam have to do with the reshoots? Walter and Jeff were so involved with whatever happened during jail reshoots. How would they have time to work on? Dude, you can't speak sense to this cult, and the fact that Ray's going to keep filling the cult. Enough is enough. I'm glad we were out there to call the truth. I'm trimming this. We're done. You got our live reaction on Ray. I mean, I want to say it's over, But I gotta keep being honest on this case, so we'll see what happens.
Fans won't let it go, but it's over as far as the movies, the events, the narrative. It's all that's done, but the fandom will continue to be toxic.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see what's happening, and it's just pathetic. I do want to. I showed this before, but let's. It's a good way because I see that troll in there, like dropping my kid's name and stuff. Like this guy still thinks he can get to me, and it's not. All it's proven. I don't want to. I'm calling it out just because I want to show.
Bringing your kids into
like literally, they are the worst. They're the worst, and I don't care anymore. But I want people to understand. Like you're supporting these people. Like this guy's in there like saying my kid's name and stuff, using it as if it's going to get to me. You're not getting to me. I'm calling you out because I want people to see how disgusting you are. You are a sick psychopath is what you are. That you're so worried about a movie's, I don't know what, that you're going to go there. But it's like also, here's the other, did you see this one, Jody? After I blocked this guy because I didn't want to hear from him anymore, he comes and creates another account. Another Restore the Snyderverse account. I wasn't done cussing you out. F you, S-berries for brains, shitberries for brains. You undone, melodramatic, puerile, mouthful of Whedon, jizz. Mm-hmm. I hope you impale yourself on a spiky pink dildo, you self-righteous, arrogant, baby effing, essual predator. Like, Jesus.
Predator. Jeez.
Look at this shit. This is. Oh yeah, give them more movies.
This is the same dude that be. I don't know him because I see that I block him. I see Snyder in your name, you automatically blocked on my account. Shit. But I guarantee you, this same name you'll see under all of those Snyder tweets.
Yep,
good job, producers. Zach. Yay, you're the man.
Associate producers of Justice League. Because God, it's not a dude. Having multiple producers is not a good thing on a movie. It's a terrible thing when you got so many people, and Justice League has like thousands of associate producers.
How do we fix this? We gotta get this right. Bring in more talent.
more producers. Yeah. I want to invite that guy. Come on in. Who's calling my name out? Come on, say it to my face, dude.
Oh, he'll never
do it. Yay, Karen from Ezekiel Torres. Thank you.
Yay, Karen.
Yay, Karen. But anyway, if you guys gotta hate the Snyder cultists, do what you gotta do. I guess it's not phasing us anymore. I'm done. I love calling it out just to prove how disgusting it is that Zack is like. I know he wouldn't endorse that. Maybe would he? I don't think so, Jody. Like that's just embarrassing for any fandom that you're resorting to personal shots.
I don't think he would ever endorse that. In his private, minus the PC, he'll probably be like, yeah, get him. But public, no, he's not for that.
But yeah, that's the Ray Fisher's got those guys behind him. Good job, man. You're really
good job. Hey, you got a great fan base,
great
bro.
Fan base. You know what, Ray? You can take them. You can have them. Go do your Twitch streams with them. Enjoy because they're going to be really lonely and desperate after March when it's all over.
Live chat, bro. He can't even get 100 people in his Twitch streams. Someone sent me a screenshot of his Twitch stream. It has 70 people in it, bro. We're doing better than this man on YouTube, bro. Hey, yay. I know what it is, Andy. Let's send him an autograph.
James Taylor, sorry. But what about the barber? What about him?
Send him an autograph, bro.
Maybe we'll send him the autograph. One more from Antonio. So people like Roxy and Mike K, who supported Ray but also reviewed stuff, will they stop doing that in support of Ray, or will hypocrisy prevail? Dude, we'll talk about Roxy in a minute. Jody, I got a story about Roxy to share. I can't wait to reveal this with Jody. I might clip that for later, so stay tuned. Roxy, Zack Snyder stuff, lots of stuff. If we're gonna keep going for the live crowd because a lot of you are watching, but if you missed the live stream, why aren't you a member? Come become a member today. It's a new year. Let's start the new year right. Let's get some more members here on Popcorn Planet. You can join and you'll be able to watch all of the full unedited streams all the time. So come check it out. But for those of you who are watching this in the replay, that's all you got tonight. Make sure you go subscribe to my man Jody's Corner. Cash App Jody's Corner. Show support when you can. Thank you guys for watching. Did it just freeze? Hold on. Did I freeze this? Or is it still going? What just happened? As I was about to clip it. Oh, there we go. We're back. Sorry, there was a hiccup. That's Jody's Corner. Hashtag
Thanks for watching.
Go subscribe over there. Sorry for that delay. Looks like we're back. We'll be right back with you live viewers. Don't go anywhere. I'm just clipping this for the end card. That's right. I put these end cards during the live stream so I can clip it later. But if you're a member, you can watch the whole stream. Join today or click on these. Ooh.